Level 4 Autonomy, Isuzu's big bet with Luminar and Applied Institution. Now, I've got something special for you today. Imagine a future where an 18-wheeler cruises down the highway, no driver, the steering wheel, the pedals, all untouched. It's not science fiction. It's the next chapter of mobility revolution. And the latest player stepping onto this stage is Isuzu Motors, teaming up with US-based Applied Institution and LiDAR powerhouse Luminar Technologies to bring level 4 autonomous trucks and buses to both Japan and North America by the year 2028. Welcome back to the show called One Step. Let's talk about the journey. I'm your host, Joel Bennett. Now, that's a bold deadline. That's a bold vision. And today, we're unpacking exactly how they plan to pull it off and why this partnership could shake up the autonomous transportation game. Let's start with the team first. Isuzu Motors Limited. If you've spent any time near a construction site, a shipping dock, or a highway, you've seen their work. Founded way back in 1916, Isuzu is one of the most respected names in commercial vehicles. They dominate in diesel technology and have a stronghold in markets like Japan, Southeast Asia, and a growing influence in North America. But here's the twist. Isuzu has been relatively quiet in the autonomous vehicle space compared to some of the flashy Silicon Valley startups. That changes now for sure. Second, Applied Institution, these folks don't build trucks. They build the tools that train autonomous systems. Think of them as the flight simulator for self-driving vehicles. Applied Institution creates high-fidelity virtual environments where engineers can test millions of driving scenarios without ever touching real pavements. From snowy mountain passes to congested urban intersections, they simulate it all and safely. Now, third, Luminar Technologies. Now, if you've been following the show called One Step, you know this name very well. Luminar is leading the LiDAR revolution. Their Iris LiDAR systems are already trusted by Volvo, Polestar, Mercedes-Benz, and even the US Army. Luminar brings long-range, high-resolution sensing, the kind that lets a truck detect a hazard hundreds of meters away, even at highway speeds. So, we've got manufacturing muscles, software brain, and sensing vision. Each one good on their own, but together you might ask, they could be a triple threat. All right, quick refresher. The SAE, that's the Society of Automotive Engineers, defined 5 levels of autonomous driving. Now, let's break it down. Level 1 and 2, assistance. The driver is still very much in control. Level 3, conditional automation. The car can handle itself, but only in specific situations, and a driver must be ready to take over. Now we get to level 4, high automation. The vehicle can drive itself without any human input within certain conditions or areas. This is sometimes called geofenced autonomy. And now we get to level 5, the holy grail, which is full automation, anywhere, anytime. Now, what Isuzu is aiming for is level 4, and that's a big deal. Now, picture long-haul trucks driving fixed highway routes between logistic hubs or city buses operating along pre-mapped routes with no driver. That's where we're headed. So, what exactly are they building? Isuzu's plan is to launch level 4 autonomous trucks and buses in businesses in both Japan and North America by 2028. And that's just a few years away, not decades. Applied Institution will provide the simulation and validation environments needed to test millions of miles virtually before the first real-world deployment. Now, this slashes development time and, in addition, improves safety. Luminar, on the other hand, will supply the sensing technology. Their LiDAR will give these vehicles an accurate 3D picture of the world in all weather and lighting conditions. That means spotting a tire on the road at nights, detecting a pedestrian in fog, or identified a stalled vehicle well in advance. The synergy here is key. Isuzu brings manufacturing, scale, and a proven distribution network. Applied Institution, on the other hand, ensures the brain of the vehicle learns fast and safety. Now, Luminar gives the vehicle eyes sharp enough to trust at 65 miles per hour. Now, this isn't just a tech demo, it's aimed at real revenue generating services. Now, they're not the only ones chasing this dream. Waymo, via Alphabet, a trucking project, is also active. And Aurora partnered with PACCAR and Volvo Trucks. Too Simple focus on long-haul trucking through facing turbulence. Now, Volvo Trucks, on the other hand, already piloting autonomous solutions in mining and logistics. But here's where Isuzu moves stands out the most. They're not coming in as a tech experiment. They're integrating autonomy in their core business model from day one. Now, that means they're thinking about maintenance, like networks, driving or driver training, fleet maintenance or fleet management, all the practical pieces that make autonomy viable at scale. Plus, launching in both Japan and North America gives them a dual test bed, two very different regulatory environments, road conditions, and cultural attitudes towards automation. Of course, no journey like this is without obstacles. Let's talk about the challenges for these innovators. Regulatory approval can be slow, especially for fully driverless heavy vehicles. The other one is public trust. Convincing passengers and other drivers to share the road with autonomous trucks is a challenge in and of itself. High cost of technology integration. Now, let's look at the opportunities which lie ahead for the future of autonomy. Drivers shortages. In both Japan and North America, the trucking industry struggles to recruit and retain drivers. Autonomy can help fill that gap. Safety improvement. Fewer human errors means fewer accidents. Now, the efficiency gains, trucks can run longer hours with optimized routing. Now, if they execute right, this could be as transformative for logistics as containerization was in shipping. So, here's where we land. Isuzu, Applied Institution, and Luminar aren't just chasing a headline. They're aiming to redefine how goods and people move across two continents. If they hit that by the year 2028 target, we could be looking at one of the first truly scalable Level 4 autonomous trucks and buses in this business era. I want to hear from you. Do you think the world is ready to share the road with fully autonomous trucks? Would you ride in a driverless bus tomorrow if you could? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Hit that like button. If you've learned something from today's show and you don't want to forget, subscribe so you don't miss our next deep dive. The show is called One Step. Let's talk about the journey. I'm your host, Joel Bennett. I will see you in the future. Y'all take care and bye.